here in Denver. It's Jake Elliott ready to get this one kicked off. And off we go from Denver. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. First and 10.
What now? That's up.
Throwing at the start. Here's Carr. A throw complete to Tim Patrick. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the first down marker. Be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can draw up all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game.
Second down and 8. Carr working out of the gun. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jabril Peppers. And the Colts are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 47-yard line.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that any time a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
First carry for the man from Memphis, Tony Pollard. And the D closes quickly. He's stopped after a gain of a yard. Cameron Hayward, the former All-Pro, in on the tackle. Here's second and 9. He'll drop to throw. That caught Tony Pollard. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
A gain of 15. And the Colts first down.
They'll look to throw. This is caught at the 2. And he won't quite make it to the pylon, but he's out of bounds right around the 1-yard line. He'll look to throw. Over the top, he's got it. Rashee Rice, touchdown Colts. That's his 8th touchdown of the season. Elliott, good on the extra point. And the Colts will take a 7-0 lead. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Well, a big play there and maybe a big break, too. The ball going out of bounds so they keep possession and keep a little bit of this momentum going, Greg.
We see this across the league so much now, Mike. Defenders are getting so good at ripping that ball out. Unfortunately for them, in this case, they got the ball out, but it ended up.
Now here's another ball that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jabril Peppers. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And at this point on the sideline, Mike, it just has to feel like deja vu. I mean, really, the last two drives, same story. Continuing to drive, you have something brewing, and then you just stall out in the exact same fashion. You can't put the ball in harm's way. You're not going to win a lot of football games if you do. The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but they're going to mark him inside the 10-yard line. Ball resting on the 9. First down and goal. Now they'll set up to throw. He'll look for Pollard out of the backfield. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone. From the 1, second and goal. They'll look to run with Pollard. And he'll go down back at the 4-yard line. Third and goal. Back to throw. And he's in. Rashee Rice. Touchdown, Indianapolis. That is second touchdown of the game. He's up to 9 now on the year. The extra point by Elliott is good. And the Colts will extend their first quarter lead. It's now 14-0. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Here's first and 10. From the shotgun, it's caught. Pressure gets there, and down he...
Loss of 7 brings up second and 17 at the 23-yard line.
So after one,
In the first quarter with the score 14.
work to do now as they come up on second and long.
Let's go now.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
Really just been a combination of errors here on this drive. I mean, the sack on first down put him in a bad spot. Then the incompletion there trying to gain it back on second. And now they find themselves in a critical third down here, or they're facing a 3 and out.
Throwing now on third and long. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down. This returnable from inside his own 40. And he'll get a few yards back here on the return before being forced out of bounds. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete. Jahan Dotson was the intended receiver there, and it'll lead to a second down. Motion man is Rice. They run on the jet sweep. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. Third down and 9. That's into the hands of Gesicki. He's got it. Down the right sideline. And he will go all the way. Mike Gesicki. Touchdown, Indy. Elliott, good on the extra point. And the Colts will stake themselves to a 21-0 lead.
Jake Elliott set to kick off.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Motion man set right. They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. And he works his way through an opening. Up past the 35. Nice run for 8 on that one. He'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Now the first carry for King Henry. And he's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
2nd and short. Normally, this is a great time, Mike, to put the ball in the air and try to press the ball downfield. But in this case, they keep it on the ground. Has a similar effect. They pick up a good gain and a first down.
That is Ferguson in motion. They'll throw out of the gun. And that ball incomplete over the middle.
Let's make no mistake about it, Mike. I mean, this passing game, it just has not been very efficient here in the first half. I mean, they've produced more yards on the ground than through the air, and incompletions like that certainly aren't going to help.
And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
It's tough to completely celebrate, Mike, when you don't pick up the first down, but that's a run you will take every single time. I mean, good yardage, and in a lot of situations, it'll get you the first down, just not here.
They'll try to sneak it here, and he's going to be brought down right on that yellow line with the official signal. He's got enough for the first down.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that first down, but this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the first down. Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Here's a run with Singletary. And that'll give him a first down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a first down. That'll be caught by the running back, Singletary. And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain. Looking to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he's in. Touchdown, Broncos. Well, that is a step in the right direction, finding the end zone. I don't know, Greg. Could this be building some momentum for these guys, and that's important before halftime?
Absolutely, and I think the biggest thing this coach is trying to get across right now on the sideline, Mike, is let's just cut into this lead, and let's make it a one-score game at half. So they still got some work to do, but if they can go into halftime, regroup, catch their breath, just keep it close, give yourself a fighting chance here out of the break.
And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Next to his big tight end, Gesicki. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
This is such a critical moment in the game, that middle 4 minutes, the final 2 minutes of the first half, and then the possession to come out of the halftime break. So maximizing this possession here before halftime is critical. See if you can get a drive starter. See if you can get an easy completion to kickstart a 2-minute mode. And that's what they got here. Now they got to see if they can go down and steal some points.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. They might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really
A throw right side is intercepted. Picked off by Garrett Williams. And the Broncos will have great field position as they take over at their own 45.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 45-yard line.
19 Lions.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. This one caught by Patrick. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
19, 18. Let's go.
On 2nd down, it's Singletary. And he'll push his way ahead for a gain of 2. That's Andrew Van Ginkel in on the tackle. Third and a yard.
18 Pioneers. Come on. Set. 70 Lions. Warriors 70. Go street.
Downs goes in motion. They'll try and throw for it on 3rd and 1. Looking downfield for Coleman. And the Colts are going to have the ball at their own 18-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. That play made on defense by Jaron Kearse. All right, right, Coach. Thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. To the left side, caught by Lamb. Terrific starter there. Gain of 15 and a first down.
Mike, think back to our conversation during the break. We've kind of both asked ourselves, are they content with this double-digit lead? Do they come out and play conservative here in the second half? Well, it took exactly one play to get our answer.
They'll only be able to get the 47-yard line. Hook him up on a second down and 8. Out of the gun, he'll throw. This pass right side, caught by Lamb. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8. They give to Pollard on the option. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down. Again, it's Pollard. And he's going to pick it up and take it down inside the 35 for the first down.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. It's a gain of 6. First down, Indianapolis.
Up the middle, here comes Pollard. And that one going to be closed down in the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing it and dropping him for a loss. After the loss of 3, it is second and 13. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. Incomplete.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out, go up for an offensive rebound, and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
A sigh of relief there. That was very nearly a turnover. Fortunate to see that one, Greg, get fumbled out of bounds.
And when that ball came loose, Mike, you could see the entire sideline kind of holds their breath. But they were able to take a little bit of an exhale as they saw that ball, fortunately for them, go out of bounds.
He'll get this out to his running back. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here's a third down and 4. That's to the left side. He's got Ferguson. Nice job there defensively to keep him in front of the marker. It's going to bring up 4th down. He's going to have a Broncos first down. They managed to convert. That'll keep the drive alive.
I know it's 4th and short, Mike, but at this distance, you actually have to clear a lane out. You can't just fall forward or push the pile. So that conversion, It's as much of a credit to the blocking as it is to the running back seeing the hole and hitting it.
And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
All the qualities that make a good safety are seen on display on this play. Speed, pursuit, and then the intensity and the strength at the point of contact for the tackle to keep this ball carrier to no gain. That is a complete safety play.
19 tight, 19 tight.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down. Now a screen set up for Henry. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field. And the Broncos bring out their punter. They'll kick it away, as he's on to punt for the second time. So we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. The drive starts. It's a carry by Pollard. And that'll be a pickup of 3. They face second down and 7. They'll run once more, and it's Pollard again. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up third down. That is caught. He gets the hook up with Rice. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest. Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it, you know it. And no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
And he takes it down to the 15-yard line.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the fourth quarter, which typically means I had the lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game. The decision whether to keep the ball or to hand it to the back happens so fast. In this case, the quarterback thinks it was a keep read. The defense was there ready to stop him. Tackle for loss.
And he will get into the end zone. Tony Pollard. Touchdown Colts. Elliott on now for the PAT. He's got it. And the Colts will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. And no run back here. It's a touchback, but with the new rule in effect, with the ball bouncing in the landing zone, they'll start this drive at their own 20. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. On 2nd and 10, they'll try to throw. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. That's into the hands of the receiver, Patrick. Now the Broncos going to use the first of their timeouts.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming.
Oh, not a good throw there. That's across his body. It's intercepted. Picked off by Joshua Williams.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
And that one is closed down in the backfield. What a defensive play. Knifing in, dropping him for the loss.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it is 3rd down.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
And he's going to go backwards again. They went to him twice in a row. The defense stops him twice in a row for loss. And now it's 4th down. The Colts about to kick this one away. Keyshawn Nixon, the return man. The return man can only make a fair catch, and it is at about the 8-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. They'll look to throw. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, and it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. Oh, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly, it is 3rd and 10. He'll drop to throw. Open man, left side. He's got it. And he'll be brought down, but not before they move it up past the 30-yard line. They get 22 yards there. 1st down, Broncos. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Set up. 79 Broncos. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. Take over.
Now they'll set up to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
I can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, like this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off. And whether it's missing these big shots downfield like he did there or just simple underneath layups, there's just something about him today that doesn't look right. And I think it's a big part of the reason they find themselves trailing here in the 4th quarter. This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Christian Benford. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream, a pick six for touchdown. Elliott now for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Colts add on to their already sizable lead.
Broncos 7. Jake Elliott set to kick off.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Right back to the air following that pick six. That is hard. And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. We do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They'll give it to Pollard to start this drive. Not much there, maybe a yard. So this one, a win for the visiting Colts. And make that a 5th straight victory as they're looking tougher and tougher to beat every week, especially heading to playoff time. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.